In the news today, why Guyana and the United States would be activating a 19-year-old shipwrighter agreement that would allow the two countries to interdict drug traffickers, the U.S. State Department said ahead of Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's visit. Following the Secretary's visit, a bilateral shipwrighter agreement will come into force, enabling joint maritime and airspace patrols to interdict narcotics, according to a fact sheet. Decomposed body found in Quarantine house. The partially decomposed body of a man was Wednesday morning discovered in a house at number 71 Village, Quarantine. He has since been identified as 45-year-old Ramesh Damraj. His daughter explained that her father would normally call her on a regular basis, but over the past week, there had been no communication between the two. As such, she decided to make a visit to his home on Wednesday morning, when she discovered his body. Dhanraj, who had been living at the location for the past year, was last seen alive on Sunday by villagers. He had been the caretaker for the building, which after the owners closed the business and migrated. He had been doing odd jobs around the village to make a living. Kaitor News and Adam Harris to pay Brassington $13 million for libel over 2014, Dem Boys say, articles. Kaitor News and its former editor-in-chief Adam Harris will have to jointly and severally pay the former head of the National Industrial and Commercial Investments Limited Winston Brassington a total of $13 million following the conclusion of a series of 2014 libel suits. Brassington, who was represented by attorney Timothy Jonas, was contesting derogatory remarks including, "Fat Crook Brazzy," made in the Dem Boys Say satirical daily columns. House Speaker warns MPs about criticizing rulings in media. Before the commencement of the 2020 budget debates this morning, Speaker Nadir, who himself has been a member of Parliament for well over 2 decades, asserted that criticism of rulings of the Speaker is not allowed. Parika man dies after being run over by sand truck. A 43-year-old man of Parika, Salem, East Bank Essequibo man is now dead after he was struck down and ran over by a sand truck on Wednesday. Police have identified the man as Sheikh Bacchus, also known as Babo. GWI owes GPL a $7 billion electricity bill. The Guyana Water Incorporated, GWI, owes the Guyana Power and Light GPL, $7 billion over the past 2 years, and the power company hopes that the now more than 1-month-old Irfan Ali-led administration would help to pay off some of that debt, a senior GPL official said Thursday. GPL's Divisional Director of Finance Loris Nathu told a Public Utilities Commission (PUC) hearing on the power company's operating standards and performance targets that GWI's average monthly electricity bill is about $220 million to $250 million. Taxi driver arrested for allegedly raping female en route to gas station. Woman claims she lost consciousness while drinking second beer, with suspect. A 26-year-old taxi driver of Diamond Housing Scheme, East Bank Demerara, is now in the lockups after allegedly raping a female who was on her way to purchase kerosene at a fuel service station. The woman, who is in her 20s and resides in Grove Village, told the police that she had left her home on Tuesday to make the purchase at the Guyoil gas station, Diamond, when the suspect offered to transport her there. According to the cops, the young woman and the rape accused are known to each other, and the female stated that she accepted the offer from the man. However, when she entered the vehicle, the taxi driver allegedly passed the gas station at Diamond, and took her to a bar in the vicinity of the Demerara Harbor Bridge where she drank 2 beers with the male. According to the woman, while she was consuming the second bottle of the alcoholic beverage, she felt dizzy and lost consciousness at some point. Although details are presently sketchy, news outlets was told that the female alleged that she has no recollection of events that would have transpired after she lost consciousness, but it was not until later that day regained consciousness at home in the presence of her boyfriend. The matter was reported to the police and the taxi driver was promptly arrested. Investigations into the alleged rape continue. Bandits robbed water van in Caneville Grove, East Bank Demerara this morning. CCTV footage caught 3 young bicycle bandits robbing a water van this morning around 7 o'clock hours at Caneville, East Bank Demerara. One of the bandits threw his bicycle into the path of the van, causing the driver to stop, then himself and accomplices assaulted and robbed the occupants of the van. second petition challenging the 2020 elections declaration filed by APNU-AFC. Recaptured prison escapees charged and sentenced for escape from lawful custody. 3 inmates of the US-Guyana jail who escaped and were recaptured back in May appeared before a city magistrate this morning to face charges related to their short-lived escape. Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony is urging the public to stop discriminating against healthcare workers, saying they do not pose a COVID-19 risk to anyone. Dr. Anthony noted that all medical staff undergo a sanitization process both before they enter and leave health facilities. The staff screening, testing, or treating patients exposed to or suffering from COVID-19 have been trained and are clad in personal protective equipment (PPE) at all times. The Guyana Police Force in a statement on Wednesday said that the authorities had facilitated the opening of a bank account on September 4, 2020, at Demerara Bank to allow Ponzi scheme accusers Yuri Garcia Dominguez and his wife Parika Ishmael to refund thousands of investors their monies, but they refused unless the police dropped the 81 fraud charges against them.